Okay guys, this is Mr. Shiny Gyarados welcoming you to my newest Let's Play. I'm going to be doing now Tales of Graces. So let's open up this. I've been wanting to do this game for a while and I figured now might just be the best time to do it. So we're going to start doing this, and this by no means means I'm stopping my Fire Emblem Let's Play, but likely I'll be alternating and doing sort of 2 LPs at once, and maybe every other week switch between them, or have Fire Emblem every other week, because I've been really slow with it lately. But Tales of Graces is a game I've really been looking forward to doing. I have quite a bit of notes, far more than I'll need probably for like the next 10 parts at least. But because I did a test recording earlier, but the quality of the video I thought could have been better, so I'm re-recording it, whatever. But with a different quality video, so hopefully it's slightly better. And I got like 2 lines done in my notes because my notes don't include battles or cutscenes, really, anything like that. It's just more, oh hey, you can get this blah 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 at this blah 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 blah. Wait. Pascal, I'm sorry about that. I just laugh every time. So bad. But Pascal, if Malik wasn't in this game, Pascal would be my favorite character. Most definitely. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing more like that. This is also going to be a long LP, guys. A really long LP, guys. I mean, jeez. This will likely probably be a short episode too, maybe not, but maybe 20 minutes. And I love this opening too, but like I said, it's gonna be long because I'm gonna be showing a lot of optional stuff, especially towards the end of the game with the post-game content and whatnot, because that's how I'm going to be doing it. But it's gonna be long, but I think it's gonna be good. I'm really gonna try and show as much of this game as I can, because it is one of my favorite games. It is actually my favorite Tales of game. But then again, I've only played Abyss and Legendia. I have not played Symphonia. I can never get my hands on it, and so I've never played it. But this is my favorite of the ones I've played. Although Abyss was a very good game, I do enjoy it. I just enjoy this one more. But this is also a very beautiful game. I love the detail, and that's part of the reason I wanted to re-record, because it was kind of blurry, and I was like, I think I can make it less blurry. Like that test one. Sure, it'll take up a lot more space on my hard drive, but whatever. So let's get into the game. New game. And it's going to drop us off right in settings. That's right. I want it fast message speed. Fast, yeah. I'm going to put it on moderate difficulty for now. I'm going to get subtitles on. Hopefully that'll be good, and everything else is good. It doesn't matter too much about the settings, because as you can see, they can be adjusted any time, which is very nice with the when you factor in the fact that you can change the difficulty at any time you want, which can be very nice. You know, it's too easy for you, you can change it. If it's too hard for you, you can change it. So I like how they handled that.
Of course.
And yeah, I'm just gonna point out the voice acting in this game. They voice like everything, which is really nice too. But
Flowers bloom there all year round.
the only character, because this childhood arc is a very small portion of the game. Like, I have maybe like a page of notes for it, whereas the rest of the game is gonna be a lot longer, because it'll be the meat of the game. But I don't remember too much about the voice actors for this part of the game, but I do know that Kate Higgins does young Asbel, like childhood Asbel, which is pretty cool. She has a voice of another character later in the game too, but I won't spoil things at the moment. She's done quite a bit of stuff, like if you know her from the more recent Sonic games as Tails, and a lot of other stuff I couldn't possibly think of all of them off the top of my head.
It's fine. And besides, I'm 11 years old. I go where
Yeah, I'm 11. I go where I want. Yeah.
What about Shiria?
Yeah,
Shouldn't
I
we
mean,
invite her too?
oh wait, I was about to spoil something, but well, even though it's minor and probably already not really spoiled by the opening, that I'm sorry I talked through the opening, but I don't want to go with copyright,
No,
blah
she
blah
can
blah.
sit
And
this
so I'm
one
gonna
out.
talk over a lot of the cutscenes too. I'm gonna yabber and all whatever, but
What? Why? She
Um,
said, Hubert,
I'm
that
sorry,
would be
but
hard on
hopefully
her.
you should be able to read everything fine, like the
Besides,
text
one
boxes
scaredy
and
cat
the
slowing me down is
that's
more
why
than
subtitles are on, hopefully. So hopefully it shouldn't be that bad, but I just
Hey,
want to get into any
that's not
copyright
nice.
nonsense. Well, not really nonsense, but copyright issues. I don't want any of that.
Anyway, let's go. I want
I'd
to see what's up
rather
there.
avoid it. So that's why I talked over the opening too. You can easily find it online though, if you really want to listen to the whole thing. Or you could buy the game and do it that way too. That's how I do it. Turn on the game and just listen sometimes. But yeah. So we got apple gels. They're the healing items of the game, like potions. And I'm gonna go over stuff. You got status. You can find out how much to level up and all that. You got your options where you can change your options. You got your strategy. You can set how the AI will be on strategy. You can also, if you hit triangle, you can set who's out front as your leader. I'm gonna probably have Asbel throughout the majority of the game as the leader because he is the main character. Although you can also do this, and it changes by square, and it changes who you are using depending on who's at the top. It'll also become important because you can only have 4 party members in at once, and when we have like more than 4, you'll have to change which one are the top 4 are the ones that are in, and the top one's you. So Asbel will likely be the leader for a while, and in most of the childhood arc, I like to use him as my character. But throughout the rest of the game, he's in that, like he gets a lot of screen time, but I don't use him as much as other characters. And then you got your titles, which are nice. They add ways to get new abilities, stat boost and whatnot. Although unlike Final Fantasy 13, it's not. You have normal level up progression where your stats will get boosted when you're leveling up. So you don't have to worry about that. That this is the only way to get stats. No, they just sort of give you more stats, as well as nice extra abilities. Arts are how we're going to attack, but I'll get more into that when we get into a battle. And mixer, as you can see, is blotted out because it's not important right now. We'll get into that much later in the game. Library has all different kinds of information on it, and if you were to do something like a New Game Plus, you'd likely have things transfer over so you could see them already. There'd be not question marks, but that was the other thing. With a lot of the post-game content, I'm going to use New Game Plus for. However, with the main story, I'm going to do no New Game Plus, like if you hadn't, because I can really, I've done New Game Plus, I can break the game pretty easily with the New Game Plus, because the stuff you get later on in the game, you can get much earlier. So, in titles, oh yeah, I want to change it to until rank mode until rank 5, then it'll automatically change once I reach rank 5 if I have more titles. I don't like it when it goes to 3 because then I miss out on stuff, and I like to get it all the way to 5 first and then it automatically changes so I don't have to remember to keep changing it all the time. So that's how I like to do that. And now let's get into a battle. Come here,
This isn't
wolf.
a good idea.
Yes, you approach the enemy and press X to attack. You can switch attacks you switch your arts by holding which direction on the D-pad. You can also block with triangle that I'm going to show us later, but I like to do it because you have a little, you can see it in the bottom corner next to the character, you have a little number that keeps going up and down. That's your chain capacity, and it's what's basically used for yeah, knowing when your attacks, because your attacks, like right now we only have assault arts, which are the X. Later we'll get into other stuff. I'll get more into those details when we get to them, but assault arts basically you can have between 1 and 4 once you get to. Right now we only got like 2, I think, for each character, or 3. But that's how much CC they use up, and you have to chain them, so you do a 1, then a 2, then a 3. But and that's how much CC they use up, and before you have to. And if you use up, so that's what the CC gets used up for. And if you ever, the other thing that with it is that if you're ever at 0, you can sort of stand still, block, move around, run around. and you'll get it back. Although, if you sidestep like I did there, which can be very useful, you do use up chain capacity when you sidestep.
I wanna go home.
So just a word of caution with that, don't expect you can just sidestep all you want. But it's still can be very, very useful at times. And I already opened the chest, that's right. Let's get into our first skit of the game. There are a lot of skits in this game, and I love almost all the skits. They're really fun skits, but
Plus, it's really good for you. So come
what was I
on,
gonna say?
have
There are a
some.
lot of them. There's over 300. I'm gonna try and show off
Well, all
as
right.
many as I can, and if I can't for some reason show off one during the LP, I might make a bonus episode
Wait,
going into the
I thought you'd
museum,
never been to
which is
Lodge
like
before.
you get basically
I guess
all it's
Fred
really
knew
used
he
for
was
is the
talking about
review
after all.
cutscenes and that
Give me some of
you've
that.
seen
I wanna try
and
it. Hey,
skits that you've
I'm
seen
not
and
your
whatnot.
guinea
So
pig.
that'll be come up. And now let's get into one more battle here.
This isn't a good idea.
And this is where they teach you how to guard, but I already knew how to guard. So I was already like, yeah, I got guarding going. You can also basically interrupt enemies if you hit them at the right times. It's not as easy, but guard is actually very useful. Unlike other Tales of games where you just sort of try and run away from the enemy and that's better than guard. In this game, no, because you have the CC capacity, which I really like that feature that they added with that. That's how it's useful. And if you see the yellow in the bottom, that means we've leveled up our particular. You got to level up because you get the SP. EXP goes to your levels. SP goes to leveling up your titles. That's what it uses. So when you get that, we increase level 1. We now have that ability associated with level 1. So now we have, in this case, we both have different attacks. At level 2 would get some sort of stat boost. Usually a small stat boost, but that's still pretty nice. And we got a save point right here. I'm not going to use it right now because we got a cutscene coming up right here, and then that's probably, but that's probably about where we're going to end it. After this cutscene is, I got stuff to do unfortunately, but whatever. I at least can get this episode up, and that'll be good.
What's wrong?
Start this LP. I'll be able to record more later in the week.
There's someone there.
What? What? Someone's there? And we get our first animated cutscene, which I really like the animated cutscenes in this game. They're very beautiful, very colorful. Unlike a lot of other games that I've seen. You know, this is a very colorful game, and this is probably one of the reasons I like it so much. That and the soundtrack is also really good.
It looks
We'll
like
hear
a
more of it
girl.
as we go on the
Hey,
game.
you. What do
And
you
I'm
think
sorry
you're
again, I'm
doing
talking over the
sleeping out
cutscene,
here?
but there are subtitles which hopefully should be good quality. So, but yeah, the music, the atmosphere, it's why it's one of my favorite JRPGs of like the last 5 years. There's a few that I could say give a run for his money. Maybe it's not like Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I don't know about, that's really one of the only ones I can think of because I'm not counting
I
Ni no
heard a
Kuni
voice.
because I haven't played it yet.
You did?
I do plan on playing the game.
I was.
Because it's
Asleep
actually,
at one
it should be
this
sitting in my
place.
mailbox right now
But then
because I got
heard your
a
voice,
message saying you have a
and I
package,
woke up.
and that's
Why was
probably
I
what the package
awakened?
is. Because I ordered it last week, so that I'm looking forward to
Well,
playing that. That's also a
Well,
beautiful
you know
game,
it's
but
dangerous
since I haven't played it, I
to
can't
sleep out
compare
here.
it to this game yet, and which one I like better. But this is
If
one of
you
my
wanna take a
favorite
nap, maybe
this
you
is
should find a
a
bed or
non-
something.
animated cutscene, but I still like these where it's subtitled, and I like how they mix all the dialogue. They do a good job with it, and I love how they voice the
Asbel,
skits.
she's headed right
So
for the cliff.
nice. Because the Japanese games have almost always had it, but the English games, no.
You
Like Tales of
fall.
the Abyss, the
What do you
Japanese ones
think
have
you're
it, but
doing?
the English don't, which is kind of disappointing.
Fall?
Especially when they skits
fall.
auto-scroll too,
You know what that means,
which
right?
can be get annoying, but that's
No,
why
what does
I
it
also like how
mean?
it's voiced too.
Well,
And whoa. Oh, there we go. That is a very
That's a
long way
long way
down. I would
down.
not want to fall from.
if you
Yeah,
fell, you'd be in big trouble.
yeah.
See,
No
you get
no
it
doubt
now?
about it, Hubert.
If you
No
fell,
doubt.
you'd... Oh, never mind.
And
Look, just stay away from
so
the
yeah,
cliff.
Hubert.
Understand?
If you haven't noticed so far, he's more of the brainiac. He
So,
knows lots
where
of
do you think
information, but
she's
he's kind of a
from?
scaredy cat
I've never seen
at
her
this point.
before.
as a child, whereas
Hey,
Asbel's the
What's your
idiot
name?
who just sort of like, I'm gonna go do whatever I want because I don't know,
Right.
because I'm not
That's
thinking.
rude. I should introduce
Computer.
myself first. I'm Asbel.
Okay.
Lant.
Sorry, my computer
This is my
turned
little
itself
brother,
off.
Hubert. Hi.
Getting
It's a pleasure to
annoying.
meet you. So,
I'm recording,
tell
but
us your name. My name?
yeah, her name. What is her
What was
name?
it?
This purple-haired
Was-
girl we met.
My name.
She doesn't seem to
Hey,
be remembering very
Don't
well,
tell
now
me
does
you
she?
forgot your own name.
Yeah.
I know. How about this? Can you at least tell us where you're from? Where I'm
Where
from?
is she from? Where are you from? Indeed. It's so hard not to spoil things right now. But, oh yeah, because this is going to be a long time before we really know a whole lot. At least we'll have a name at some point, though, but, I'm not going
You don't
to
remember
spoil
that
anything.
either? Asbel?
Because she has amnesia.
Something.
And I'm getting ahead of myself, but,
amnesia have trouble remembering things.
and yeah.
Amnesia, huh?
Yep.
Hey.
And so we just
So
found
you
a
really can't
mysterious
remember anything?
girl, and she seems to not be able to remember anything. It's very... I wouldn't say suspicious.
Well,
She doesn't
you
look
know,
suspicious at all.
You may be right.
It's just...
So,
Huh.
so what do we
It's
do
weird.
now? We bring her back to town. What?
Sounds like a good idea.
Can we even
We'll
do
get to
that?
see the town.
Well, what else can we do? We can't just leave her here.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
besides,
irresponsible
maybe
to
she'll
leave her
remember
here.
something once we get back. Oh,
Just seem to like
Yeah.
that butterfly, and that's
I
just
suppose
beautiful
that makes
scene.
sense.
It's
Hey,
just
Why don't
it's a
you
nice
come
little
back
touch
with
to the
us?
game.
There's
I like
no
the little
point
things they
standing
throw
around here
in
by
stuff like
yourself.
that. It's part of what I love about this game. It's beautiful, yet
We
it's...
better get going then.
I love the battle system too. I'll talk more about it in the next part because I'm gonna get into more battles. But
You like flowers?
I like it. It's a different type of battle system, but yeah, it's...
Here, take one for
I
the
feel
road.
Well, it depends on the character, really. I'll say it's easy to pick up, and it's different, but it's not
It's just a
It's
flower, you
well
know.
done, different.
You're
It's well put
weird.
together, and that's part of the reason I like
Well,
that.
Never mind. Let's
I
go.
say that again. It depends on the character. I'll get more into detail when we get certain characters, because some of them I will say are probably a lot harder to use than others. Like Asbel, when we get into the adult arc, he'll be a pretty. If you played other Tales games, he'll be a pretty standard character. Let's do this one skit, and then
What
we'll
were the
probably
two of you
be
doing in the
about
meadow,
done for this
Asbel?
part. But
I'd heard flowers bloom there year-round, and I
what
wanted
was
to
I gonna
see 'em.
say?
I'm kind of an explorer like that.
That's what he likes
but,
telling everyone. But he only
Yeah,
went
there's
there
other
because
characters
Dad
that
said
I
not
feel are
to.
much harder to use. Well,
No.
are much harder to get a
This
hang
has
of
nothing
early
to
on.
do with
Although,
my father.
as funny as that sounds, I'll likely be using those characters, just because they're the ones I'm actually more used to. But that was a quick little cut. So let's get to a save point. This is how you save the game. And yes, as you see, that skit was triggered by being on the save point. That'll happen sometimes. I have a list of especially for those on my notes. So I'm gonna try my best not to miss any. This was actually my other recording, but we're not gonna keep that, so I'm gonna just save over that. And in the next part, we will continue on to town with the mysterious girl, and I'll talk more about her and what she can do, maybe, as well as some of the other characters as we get into some battles. So this is Mr. Shiny Gyarados signing out, guys. Have a good day, and goodbye.